for 43 years, this sign and this sign and this sign have carried us to great heights. And especially as you look at the short term that we've been in business here in San Antonio, 67 months, JB was just telling me it's been an amazing ride. But none of this would have happened without you guys. So thank you for being here today. JB is going to give us a few words, and I'm going to make a brief talk, and then we're going to do the unveiling.
Any questions?
How are you, sir?
43 years ago, when we started the company, we hired a design psychologist to come up with those signs. I think in the history of real estate companies, these might have lasted longer than any other sign that I know of. Would you agree with that, Sam? If you see anybody last that long? Nobody. Not that I've ever seen. Where's Jim? Jim, you ever seen a real estate company keep the same sign for 43 years? So obviously we're burying my babies today. But not thinking about the past and thinking about the future, we hired 2 design artists from New York City's largest ad agency, who now live in the Austin area and work for one of the largest ad agencies in the Southwest United States, GSD&M, to come up and create a redesign. The first thing they said to me was, we don't want to leave 43 years of history and name recognition behind. We want to modernize the look, but we don't want to completely redo the look. So hopefully when you see what you see today, you will feel like it's a little more modern, and hopefully it will last the next 43 years, and I'll be able to be at this unveiling with you 43 years from now. Thanks for all that y'all have done in the last 67 months to make our company a real force in San Antonio, and I think we're just on the verge. As Reagan always says to me, I feel like we're just beginning here. So thank you very much.
So as we, the management group, kind of talked about today, we've worked on this as a management team in Austin for probably the last 6 months or so, but as we talked about it today, it won't surprise you guys that I gave this a lot of thought as to what should the theme be and what's the message that we're going to bring forward. So we're going to start with the quote that I love from Maya Angelou, which is, "We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty." The 43 years that JB just talked about didn't just happen. It happened with good people that he's been able to attract to the company and make things really work through the process. When you look at what's happened, and some of us have been along 36 years, so I was almost most of that time. Contracts, for starters, have totally changed. Now, as we go into DocuSign, and I think back when I had to push hard on a copy, y'all, to hand them the other copy on a carbon paper, it's amazing. Technology has changed our world, and it's changing this event today, because as we video this and take pictures, this can go, viral in no time of what's happening. That's the new day we live in. Our form of communication has totally changed. The mortgage industry has totally changed. We're blessed right now with the great economy. It hadn't always been like that. JB tells me a lot, don't forget where we were, and I started out at 16% interest rate, so believe me, I get that story. But when you think about butterflies, you think about the process of what the butterfly goes through. That's what I want y'all to think about when you think about today and a new sign. Obviously starts with the egg, then goes to the cocoon, the caterpillar, the caterpillar within the cocoon. But anyway, you know the story. You know the story of the butterfly. What I want y'all to consider is what goes on during that process that strengthens them is that before they're released out of the cocoon, that they really spend a lot of time and energy working the system within nature to get their wings fully strong, and this is the cocoon. This place you're in, to me, is the cocoon. Every day that you come in here, you should be getting re-energized, and we should be giving you the things that are going to help you fly when you get out in the marketplace. A lot of times when you think about a butterfly, it's going to have different things for different reasons, but for me, it's the butterflies in the stomach thing, which kind of, lifts you in a kind of a funny way. Today we're going to lift you in a really positive way as we show you a new day at JBGoodwin. reality is we're in a great spot, in a great town, at a great time, and so there's no better time than to re-energize with the new logo than this moment. When you see a JBGoodwin sign out in neighborhoods as we transition these away and bring the new signs in over the next few months, I'm hoping that everything that you'll think toward is our mission statement about helping people, which y'all are really good at that. We got that down. The professional aspect of what we bring to the table is I take phone calls from you guys every day about some of the antics that are going on in the marketplace. We will be the leader in professionalism, and that's what people will think of when they look at that sign. The trust factor, and then going back to what JB talked about, is the solid history. The reason that we have, really propelled past where I thought we would be in 5 years is because of the foundation that JB built. This wasn't a me thing, this was a us thing. And we're going to continue to build on that foundation. So what we're going to do now is unveil this. Get your cameras ready. You'll find out why in a minute. If you want to take a picture, it might be kind of fun. And I want to thank y'all for being here today. We're going to talk more about this inside after we do this in a second. So, undo. We're going to have a countdown, but we're going to do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing. Are y'all in clips?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Yeah. All right, a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They've been in my refrigerator for 4 days. I'm not kidding. Go, go, go!
Go, my friend. Go, horse. Multiply.
Don't step on